What's up, guys? Emmanuel from Wyze.trading here. Today I want to go over the scarcity mindset, understanding it in the daily life and also in trading. Now, a trader's mentality, trader psychology, it all derives from a scarcity mindset, right? The fear of missing. We're going to get into this in a little bit, but this is more diving deep into a normal person's mental health from either previous trauma, lack of abundance, etc. And I believe that truly understanding yourself and overcoming your daily emotions outside of trading, understanding your fears, greed, and everything along those lines in the daily life will drip over into your trading. And obviously our daily life means a lot more, and we're in the daily aspect more than trading itself. So I do believe tackling this mindset or any emotional trauma, anything like that in your daily life will be a significant boost into your trading, more than actual trading books or trading psychology in itself. So with that out the way, we're going to talk about the scarcity mindset. Like I said, this is not only in traders, but an everyday individual, focusing on the lack of resources from the simple things of food, water, shelter, and also time and money. This can even be a scarcity mindset of other people in their life. It's a psychological state where individual focuses on the lack of everything. I'll also put a nice little quote there for you. Scarcity captures the mind. If you're afraid of it, it's going to capture your mind. It will be all you think about, the lack of everything, and you won't realize the abundance of everything that you have. You won't start to think clearly, just focusing on the bad, right? This will put you in a bad mood, obviously. And then we spiral down from there, which we'll get into in a little bit. Some key characteristics to understand if you have a scarcity mindset or if someone in general has it is obsessively focusing on what's missing and worry about the lack of things instead of the abundance of it. This is also thinking in the now rather than the later. Stressing about this stuff really won't change anything. The more you worry about it, the more it will leave you in the lack of action to really make a change and make a decision that should have never been made inside fear. AKA for a trader, oversizing, over leveraging, taking trades outside of edge, and the list just goes on and on. Now, this mindset overloads your cognitive function in life and in trading. Like I stated before, the problem will be hazy. You won't really focus on the solution yet, just holding on to what you have and worried about a loss. Whether it's a loss of money, people, food, time, this can be in any aspect of life over something you care about, whether you have little of it or you're afraid to lose it. Now, getting into the trading aspect, it affects how we spend money, how we trade, how we risk money, how we make it, how you look for a quick small win and not the bigger picture in a trade, and you let those losers really sink out because you're afraid to lose the money. You'll be watching the market move forward, move one tick, and a trader will worry about they're not making a dollar, even though yes, price is moving, but there's no good risk to reward or trade there because edge is not present. Trading makes this mindset worse since we have to put risk on the table to make money. We're afraid to lose, yet we want all the possible money to be made out there, to not feel the scarcity of either small money or lack of money. This is where impulsive trading comes in, where you lose a trade, you sit back and you say, damn, I should have never gotten that trade. I personally do not know why I did that. Nothing was saying to take this trade in my plan, yet I did it anyways. Some traders will even oversize outside of plan. We did this in the fear of the market moving. We all know when the market moves, like I said, even 1 point or a dollar, someone is making money. And it scares us that we're not making the money in that moment, and now we are scared that the opportunity is gone. The scarcity of the opportunity to make money in the market, showing that it's already moving and someone is making money, yet we're sitting on the side. This is FOMO. Now, for risk management, this will tend to look like an over leveraged position for a small gain just to get some points on the board, or seeing a perfectly high quality setup on the other side and not taking it since you're afraid to put risk on the table and take that trade. Emotions can swing every which way. This will end up being a spiral effect happening where you should have traded a good trade. Now you're over leveraging a move that you shouldn't be trading because you had FOMO from the previous trade that you were afraid of taking. This is all an emotional game after technical analysis. Technical analysis can take a couple months to learn, but emotions will be there fighting you every single day in the market. This will happen to absolutely everybody, especially for someone who grew up poor or lack of abundance, which statistically speaking happens to mostly immigrants. This is the biggest thing that will hit home for you, as it did for me. Now, the scarcity mindset in action, right? I left this blank because this is where I come in. I'm very transparent to all my members of everything in my life. I'm very open. For the closer members who know me on a little more personal level, they know I like my nice things. I buy nice things for people around me, but I'm not sitting on a yacht every day flashing my Rolex and Ferraris. Now, I grew up poor. I've always had a roof over my head, but me and my parents never had the luxury life. My family was paycheck to paycheck. They always argued about money. I even had a job from 14 years old as a busboy to construction, and I worked my ass off in construction, 60, 70-hour weeks when I was 18 to 20. Now, doing so like this, I always had some nice things. I made great money. I had 2 cars, a motorcycle. I went out all the time. I always paid for everything, but I never saved much money. When I was busting my butt open, my best weekends I make about $3,000 a week. I then got into trading, starting having $1,000 days, using $20,000 in capital with options. Now, if you do the risk to reward standpoint, it is not a good risk to reward. It's playing 0 DTE, 3 DTE, using 20K to make 1K. Technical analysis was great, the risk to reward was not there. I was hungry for more and more. I wanted to be the big shot who made a $10,000 day, and then the big shot who made a $100,000 day. I wanted to be that guy, right? But I ran before I walked, and I burnt myself. I lost over 30K in 3 days. I lost all my money. I had an apartment to pay for, cars, food. And for me, thankfully, I have an amazing mother who somehow supported me through all of this, always believed in me. And to this day, I still do not understand how she did it. I don't understand how it was possible. But along with all that, like I said, she never doubted me. Now, this hurt me, being that in my mind, I should have been the man to support. I should have been the provider for my whole family. And through this, I made myself feel the pain, like discipline, right? I was buying $3 canned tuna, cheap bland food, and I was punishing myself for my doings. Every time I tried trading, I turned a couple hundred to 2,000-3,000 in days. I was looking for the big move. I was looking to get out the hole. Like I said, the scarcity mindset comes both ways. You get a taste of the big riches, and you go crazy along with an ego. This is the worst drug out of it all. You tie that with no security of a job, and you burn yourself every time just trying to jump out the hole. I was taking random trades, not cutting my losses. I was being a sore loser time after time after time, to the point I said when I become a millionaire, I do not even think I would change my lifestyle. It's too risky, and I never want to feel this again. That is the definition of a scarcity mindset, to have that much money and try to live off of stupid canned tuna and bland foods to punish yourself from something that happened a long time ago, a while ago, yesterday, last week, whatever it is. Now, I started working on myself, and it sounds very, very cringy, but spiritually, I started to understand my fears in life, between scarcity, loneliness, not being enough, in my mind, right? This is all in my mind. And I started to see what I wanted in abundance, right? I wanted time, freedom of time. I wanted family, and I wanted money to provide for the family and give them my freedom of time. I said to myself, if I took it slow and just aimed for a couple $100s a day, these base hits, like I always say in the premium, these base hits add up. I would have had a lot of money by that time just taking base hits. I said, let me try this for 1 week and see where we go. What do you know what happened? Take a nice little guess what happened. I blew it again, shooting for the stars, trying to change my life in 1 week, and again and again and again. This is where I took time away from the screens. And I tell everyone, time away from the screens sometimes propels you forward so much more than watching the actual screens itself. I said, okay, let me treat this not like as a necessity, but as a side quest. I slowly moved a couple $100s to then a couple thousand with base hits, all while my mom was still paying for everything. The scarcity in your mind shows the world and yourself that you're not worthy of more. Again, I will say this, the scarcity in your mind shows the world and yourself you're not worthy of more. Believe you're worthy of all. Claim the abundance that the universe gives you back, and you can achieve everything in due time. That is my scarcity story. And still to this day, I do not go crazy, but recently of making this video, the more money I spend, the more money I make. You can see it in the pictures, in the off topics, or the stuff I post for birthdays, daily life. The more I realize I'm in abundance in time, money, family, just everything good. And I show thanks for it every single day in the ways of giving back, the more the universe gives back to me. And it's a domino effect. I risk more, I make more. It's that simple. I stick to plan in the risk management with a valid thesis and slowly scale up. I do not worry about the small losses. I do not oversize. When I find myself doing stuff like this, everyone will slip up every so often. I cut back. So for example, if I usually take 3 contracts, if I see myself taking 5, my next trade I'm taking 1 to 2. Right? That's where my discipline kicks in, and that's how you make it in this market. I'm not looking to become a millionaire within 2 months. I respect the money when I risk it, and it will respect me back. Now, to overcome the mindset, we need to manage the stress that comes from it. Can you change what you're stressing about? If not, put it in the back of your mind, and let's focus on things we can do now and change now. We set goals of money realistically. We do not look to become Warren Buffett tomorrow, but look to be positive in a day and week's time span. Day by day, that's all we're going to take it. Little base hits. Now we have these short-term goals lined up. We have to set goals for long-term. Can we get a payout within the next 3 months if we're using a prop firm? Can we grow our personal account where we are comfortable with risking more money or taking an extra contract to grow and make more and compound? As we do this, we're still learning to improve our craft. What do you have the scarcity mindset in? After this, we're still learning to improve our craft and what you have the scarcity mindset in. I never stop trying to learn more things in the market, and especially with myself. If we are our own lock and key, why not learn the most we can about ourselves to benefit the journey? We're going to journal our trades and emotions throughout the day. Before, during, and after, I have the trading journal in the lobby. That's why I say for you guys to use it. It's the number one thing to use. If you do not want to post it publicly, journal it yourself. And we're also going to journal our life, right? I want to bring my life goals, my life emotions. I want to bring them out and understand them so they do not affect my trading. Journal our events or big events on the day, the week. See how they made us feel. For example, if our tire popped and we feel like we cannot get a break, and we made some good money in the market today, we're going to feel like every time we make $1, we have to spend it elsewhere. If we're feeling like this, that is literally the scarcity mindset. And journaling, making these prompts like this, will make you see that you're looking at life, that you're looking at trading, you're looking at money, time, whatever it is, with the scarcity mindset. I can guarantee you, plenty of you have thought this way, that I make this $1, I have to put it there, I'm never on top. And that is literally the scarcity mindset, and you will not find that until either someone opens your eyes, like I hope to do in this video, or you journal every day on your emotions of these things, these events that gave you that bad mindset or that emotional draw. Whether you realize you're taking it into trading or not, it's always going to be in your head, and it will affect your trading. So I hope this will help a lot of you understand yourself better if you have a scarcity mindset and help you in life and in trading. I cannot stress this enough about journaling, and just be positive. The positive mindset goes so far. There are plenty of journals out there specifically for this, and books itself that you can simply pick up on Amazon or at a bookstore. For me personally, I like to take a long walk, think about these things, bring a small journal with me or write them down in my phone to then journal later in the night. It calms the mind, and it makes you understand greed, fear, etc. Now, if you notice you're in that fear of scarcity, this happens from previous events, like I stated, which is trauma. It's a feeling I guarantee you never want to feel again. And the saying is true, sometimes when you fear something, it tends to happen. Having that mindset will attract the scarcity. You need to be positive and have realistic goals and stick to a plan. Eventually, it will always wean itself out little by little, and you'll start to accept it. In trading, that it's okay to risk more money if there's a solid thesis, plan, and you're trading an edge. And do not forget, losers are okay. Everybody loses. As long as you manage risk, you have a good thesis, you're trading an edge, let the trade pan out. Whatever happens, happens. Chances are you're going to be on top more times out of none if the strategy is proven correct. So I'm leaving you with all that. Again, do not hesitate to DM me, ask questions. That is what I am here for.